a couple things. Last time I entered the stream, the game bugged. The curtain was open when I loaded my save before the curtain was open, and I went through, did everything, tried to leave, and the curtain was closed. And I was completely locked off and I couldn't get back out. So my game was soft locked. I don't know how I managed to find this shit. I don't know how I managed to break every game I play. But you know what? I'm over it. I'm over it. So off stream, I went back. And I found a couple things. Well, I found one thing and another thing happened. The other thing was that skill check that I did for a skill check that I did for, like, what is it, your shivers? In order to sense, like, trying to figure out why hasn't she been cursed like the other store owners? Because all the shops in that building get cursed, and they go out of business. And so when I was going back through everything off stream, I managed to actually win that roll. That was like a 3% chance to win, and I actually won it. So I managed to pull that off. Unfortunately, I couldn't save the game at that point because I was like, oh, I didn't actually expect it to win. I was like, you know, let's just see what happens, and it did. And I was like, oh. But to paraphrase what happened, basically, I felt the cold air, I think, coming in from the window, and then I had a realization of that. Oh, the reason she's not cursed is because of a technicality, because she's in a chimney. She's way up in the chimney, so she's technically not in the, like, district, in the building down there, so that's why she isn't cursed. And then she gave some really nice, like, backstory of how she tried to open up a bunch of different shops and they all failed, and then now we're telling her that the reason it didn't fail this time is because of a technicality. And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. And then I asked her if she had, like, a protection on her, and she said she had, like, a little ring. She's like, it's lucky. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I got a little bit of a unique dialogue. I wish I could have saved right then and there, but I couldn't. So I don't think I could. Maybe I could, but I didn't know how. But let me load my game back to here, because I actually scoot up. I completely forgot about this, because I had kicked this and died, and then mashed through this afterwards, but I forgot to do this. Go to interact, and you can interact with this note that you take off the bear fridge. A hammer note you found from the giant ice bear fridge. It still bears some marks from the fruit-shaped kitchen magnets that were used to secure it to the refrigerator door. And you can actually interact with it.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Suliswaf.
Wonder who wrote that note.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe it's because of the entity.
That's implausible.
And again, what's a filament
It belongs
memory?
inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
It's like the production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
Who's the illiterate ginger kid?
Really? You don't have a single guess?
Lieutenant looks at you, the corner of his mouth curved into a smug grin. I mean, Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
This is true. You have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
So I forgot you can interact with that, and then you get that whole conversation with them. God, I have so much shit on here still. I have to inspect the body and ask about the pissing competition. I already called them. I don't know why this is still here. Investigating, that's what I'm doing. I can talk with him at the end of the day. Still have to interview the manager, have to investigate the body, but first I have to get ammonia. have to find my badge. I have to sing karaoke, split a kilo with Kuno, and then track down my gun. Yeah, you get a little bit of dialogue with him. And then I went over here, and I noticed that there's a little thing right here. And there was this. Flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. And you can go in here. And then I found this. Oh wait, not that. How do I highlight stuff again? There we go. This.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Okay, I do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Rifles, Kim?
Are these any good?
Inspect the rifles.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
An old Belle McGray from the Revolution. Lieutenant notes his approval. His eyes are gleaming. All right, my boy likes guns. Same here, man. What does this mean? A rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Nice. So, I found this, and then that's where I was like, oh shit. All right, I'll stop. You know, for now. So, I have this thing. Oh, and there's also this. I gotta go do that. Right. Okay. I found this thing too. So I found this gun, and I'm like, oh, sick. You know, a gun. Maybe I can use that to, like, intimidate people with it, if need be. That's what I was thinking anyway. So that's pretty cool. So maybe if it comes down to it, let's say I'm, like, duking it out with Kuno's dad, I can pull out my gun, and he'll be like, oh, shit. All right, chill out, officer. Maybe. That'd be pretty cool if I could do that. Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. Two rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. No, I can't. I've got to go out today. Man, you can't even just like get like a little bit of a nap in. Frozen ice cream maker that's still running. All right. This is where the thing is.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old
no.
submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
I hope I don't need to like use strength for this, otherwise I'm fucked. Turn the ice cream.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
What? Damn. Okay. Shit. You don't know me.
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
I don't need you to tell me that. I understand.
The pry bar.
Yeah.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked...
Pry bar not strong enough. Well, all right, let's just save the game. Whoops. Here we go.
This orange machine is
not gonna work.
The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge.
What is this?
You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open.
Advance? Where do we get one?
I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
All right. We'll come back to this later when I have a better tool.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Colorful jump scare. White man jump scare. Unplug black.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why is this still plugged in?
Why did you do that?
It's black. It's not like it's the red one because it's black, the color of the miserable cosmos. I don't know why I unplugged it. I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without any reason.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing.
Unplug that one.
An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
I did it. I saved them horrific fucking electricity bills. You're welcome. That gives me drama. This one gets me conceptualization, but it minuses what? Suggestion. I think I'll put this one on because it gives me something but doesn't take away anything. Jesus Christ, that looks awful. Where did you even get that one? No, really. Who put that in? Who put it in the drawer? No further comments. Wear it at your own risk. Thanks. Intercom wires running into the breaker box. Hey, what's up, Neon? Welcome, buddy. What's this? Oink, oink. What's happening? I'm solving a curse. That's what's happening. I missed all of this before, damn. There's all sorts of stuff over here. Cellar window, people's feet shuffling on by the streets. Maybe I should put this back. Yep, I'm just investigating, trying to solve a curse. Now I'm just kind of exploring a bit. Did that just say... It just said you need to do something behind his back, sneak out while he's asleep. What the fuck? Damn. Pull some devious shit. Okay, but there's also something else I found off stream.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering.
Like this, I've already heard.
Casting the frame
Insert
like
this.
a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter?
That's exactly what it
The
is.
static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
Mean that glowing thing I put inside?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
I don't know.
If you are unsure, could you please take a look?
How do I do that?
Open the hatch on the compartment. Don't touch the wires. A current is running through it, but the core is safe. There's a filament inside. I need to know what it's called.
I haven't really beaten this game, so I'll just watch you play it. So far, it's been a trip. I'm only like 3 hours into the game, but so far, this game is fucking goofy. It's called the production schedule.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
Password? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint?
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
My birthday?
Still no.
This is the police. Please open this thing.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for stress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Have any other information about this company?
One moment.
Here, flip through her catalog before she reads out with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
That's not bad.
Wow, so conceptual. And what's that? This interactive call-in radio game?
Any other questions?
You're asked when the connection finally improves. What are you, a machine? Or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
Yvonne, my partner tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid.
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian Station.
Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Doesn't it get lonely doing this job?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
That's why she does this.
Now,
Aw.
please tell me if there's anything else I can do, Fortress Accident.
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
The lady's voice disappears along with the
Tiles
static.
on the cube are still smoldering.
Alright, that's all I could do with that. And that's the only other thing I really found. Hey, what's up, man?
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
The dark sarcophagus.
Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises leeching life energy from this bookstore.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us.
He shakes her head.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
No, ma'am. I have felt her aura. She is not the one to blame for this curse.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her
Damn.
palm. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Holy shit, I have a lot of options. Let's see what this one does. She said there is no curse because there are too many inconsistencies.
Too many inconsistencies. What kind of talk is that?
The woman scoffs at you with an audible snort.
Good luck persuading her.
Here we
Some
go.
people can rationalize anything.
Yeah, believe me, I know. First, you're one of the inconsistencies.
I am not doing as well as it looks like I am. I only have my Simonese wards to thank for the protection they provide.
As I said, she's a novelty dice maker. Her business has been up and running for a long time now.
Yes, because her business consists of the psychic leech that's been feeding the curse.
Red blotches appear in her
I
skin.
see that you've fallen for her manipulation, Detective.
Yeah.
The investigation is over. I just hope that you haven't made anything worse by going in there. Thank you for nothing. Please do buy some books or be on your way.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now. There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
Yeah, I do agree with
I
that.
am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
Let's save the game and let's see what happens when I pick other stuff. The source is in the taxidermist's shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon the place.
Oh, how horrid! I knew something wasn't right about that place. Tell me, did you find a way to break the curse?
Yes, I performed the ancient Simonese dispelling rites. This commercial area is doomed to no more.
Of course. I trust my Seminole's wards and charms kept you safe while you perform the ancient rites.
Looks-y with sudden
All
admiration.
that matters is that the energies are retreating. I can already feel the curse lifting. It will be a long time until we're fully free of it, of course. But still, thank you, officer. Truly, you've brought a better psycho-emanation to this humble bookstore, and that's no small achievement.
So nothing really changes.
She so badly wants this to be over. She would have believed anything. It will only last a day or two, a week tops. Then her mood will sour and she will feel the curse again.
Jesus.
All right then. All's well that ends well. Should we return to our ordinary lives?
Sure. I'm not buying any books. Fuck off. Maybe you can talk to a pigeon.
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found any curses yet?
Yeah, I found a way into the Doom commercial area.
Oh, that's great. I hope exciting adventures lie ahead. And maybe you can help Mother become less afraid.
I can't believe I lost this. Like an 80% chance and I fucking lost it. That's so stupid. Alright, quick save. I didn't get that? Yeah. It was really rare that I even got it. Alright, so let me save. Let me take off my clothes that fuck off. The fuck up off this. Gotta take off my shoes, my pants.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
Come on, dude! Come on! Are you serious? Please, I just want my fucking
A
glove!
tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing.
Please.
No one has claimed it for their own. As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Yes! Continue the voyage through the salty air. Ooh, look at that.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Yes! Yes! Finally. It's like half a meter. I can't believe... I guess I was extremely fucked up and drunk beforehand. Nope, nope, it's just my cloak. Oh, it gives me +2? Ooh. Gives me cop knowledge and shivers. Okay, cool. So it's basically a better version of my jacket. Let's go. I got my jacket back. What's through here? I got my sweet jacket. Let's go. Hell yeah. I got my jacket. Buzzing sound, standard office file cabinet. Someone left the coffee machine on. Dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient. What? This is a Dewey typewriter. Model name's on the back. Every worker equal member of the board is written at the top of the flyers. The bottom, the union logo, and demand democracy. Democracy. I got glasses. They take away my visual, or no, they give me visual calculus, but take away my drama. Huh. So I guess when I'm gonna talk to someone, I should take these off, but for now, I'll keep them on. Wow. Postcard.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
Oh. Helldivers? Yeah. Oh, this is past the racist guy? The what? The who?
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Oh, but Neon.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks.
Open it.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Let's browse.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Okay, but what are the materials?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Force yourself to go through the folder. 72. Please.
Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are.
Dude!
How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk, focusing through not focusing.
I swear to God, I win 3% chances? I've won like a 3% chance twice. And I've lost like 70, 80% chances like 3 times. Pissing me off.
Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more pleasing.
But I actually focus through not focusing.
You're a police officer, not a spiritual healer. You can focus the normal way by turning your attention to something and not letting go.
If I let my eyes go completely out of focus, all shapes start melting into each other.
Is that what you're doing with those folders over there?
Yes.
Right. This is probably not relevant to our case. After all, we're not investigating an accounting mystery.
Please.
You're trying hard.
Oh my
The data
God!
here is unbelievably dry. Something about containers.
Do you see what I mean? The fact that I keep losing these rolls? And then I'm gonna have like a fucking 5% chance later I'm gonna win it. Watch.
The drawer slides shut smoothly.
Well, there goes some useful information, maybe. About stuff being imported to this place. Maybe it could have been illegal drugs, and there could have been some kind of weird thing going on. Who knows?
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Do I have anyone to really call?
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Let your muscle memory dial random number. I swear to God, if I win this one,
Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005. That's the dialing code for Revachol. 4952, and a moment of hesitation before entering the final numbers. 993.
you're fucking joking, dude. You're actually joking. You're fucking kidding me. Dude, I don't want to save scum. I really don't want to save scum as much as I possibly can. Unlike the thing where I'm jumping over the roof, because I tried that like 6 different times. I got sick of it. I don't want to fucking save scum, but sometimes, dude.
Calling. Calling. Still calling. Then,
Video Revachol, 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy. How may I help you?
What is this place?
Video Revachol is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm film for home use. This is Lamy.
You know me?
No.
No, I meant, what is this place to me?
Sir, I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here.
Chance of losing that was 6% chance. Great. Awesome. Cool. Lovely. I love that I missed out on getting potentially this useful information about materials coming in and out of the city. But no, I get to call this fucking video rental place. Why did I call you?
Maybe you called to extend your rental period? Do you need to extend your rental period?
Maybe, but I don't even know my name.
If you need any further assistance, you can visit us on the corner of Voyager and Main. I can't help you over the phone. Are we done?
he thinks you're pulling a prank on him. The call is terminated by the other party.
Cool.
You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect
I
tone.
would have so much preferred to figure out what this is. And I think the only way I'm gonna be able to get it now is if I level up that ability.
Stand steady as ever. The draw.
I mean, I have another skill point, but I don't really want to waste it on something. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. Fucking man. A load of shit. Door's locked, cannot be opened from this side without a pass card. So you have no choice but to talk to the union later. Man. What a load of bullshit, man. What the fuck? I fucking hate this game. This game sucks. Now where the hell am I going? Suit packs worth of cigarette butts, numerous empty bottles.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Wait, how hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
This is really sad. I must have been miserable.
Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
Jesus Christ. Fucking disaster.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. You need to rest. Your body is aching. Getting in here has taken something out of you. Have a seat.
Tim, I'm gonna take a quick look inside.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Yeah, are we even supposed to be here?
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Gimme.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that?
Something about this man piques my interest. I think this can be a side thing.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
I'm gonna save and then see what that's about.
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons.
Breathe deep.
Stale air floods through your nostrils. Not a single mote of dust floats inside your lungs, though. The inside of the booth is immaculate.
Search for a little something to help you out.
The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date.
Read the side effects.
Oh boy, where to start?
Oh God.
Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, Prophet's disease, sudden death,
Sudden
hair
death?
death, erectile malfunction,
Oh man.
critical flatulence, watery blood, black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to La Opera, inoperable joint disorder, total spinal collapse.
Anything else?
Maybe this was a bad idea.
No.
You stand and exit the booth.
Yeah, I'm good. About to meet the final boss of Reddit. Oh, good. I can't wait. Oh, wait. Run you great machines. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Pine trees are printed on the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. Why am I here? I just wanted my coat. Button.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marche. On. Arrête. Off.
Ah, march.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Average thing pharmaceutical companies produce. Man, I'm not taking a risk with this fucking game. I will die. I will guarantee die. And if I die, Pigeon's gonna chug his fucking
And
jack.
with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Yeah, you fucking were looking at this crane earlier. Oh, don't give me shit. Fit industrial letterings on platform. Falsund. Hey, what's this? Gimme. Oh, yoink. Thanks. Later. Just robbing people of their money. Oh. Oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. Yeah, everyone's on strike. Your tower silent. There's no work to organize in the yard below. Maybe I can get a tool here for opening the ice cream container. Spoil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. It's locked. You think I could? Aha! That did work. Cool. I got gloves. Half light. What's half light? The body take control, threaten people. Ah, cool. More money. Show size thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. Yo, sick. Show the money, chump. Wait, who are you? Container.
Container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, now belongs to Everard.
Tiny man is so engaged in his work, he doesn't notice you. Hi.
Everard, he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Gotta pass over his kind face. Half-light image looks like Kuno. Does it? I'll have to look again. No, of course not.
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
Doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
Yeah, I was told these people do not like cops. You're Ruby, right?
Oh yes, born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumors.
So you're not a sheep fucker.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
50%. What's going on here? Look at the mounds of containers rising behind him.
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
I'm failing the goddamn thing I'm specializing in. Wow, red is so much prettier than drab old green.
Sure is, mister. Sure is. Really livens up the place. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I had to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
You ain't relate. Where is everyone? The harbor is empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
Leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
2 months.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
Pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
Isato seems eager to tell you more. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the heart ease.
He looks to you for assistance.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
Okay, Leo, let's hear about this fight you got into.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business.
I feel that.
But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this.
Hi, Charlie.
Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everett. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
You're never getting anything useful out of him. It's good enough you found out Everard has a brother called Edgar, and he helped Leo.
What's in that container over there? Points to the container suspended from the crane arm.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Work here?
Yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
Little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. And Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
And it looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
The suckle on.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Okay. Hold on. Who's this miss you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
Yeah, talk with her.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
Sadness.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes.
So Everard trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
Okay. I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Tennis smiles at the little man.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
Didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
Aw. Looking for the leader of the dock workers union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
Pops and continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Once there are 2 joint containers on your right. Okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
Banner sags under the way the rain snow, white waves on red. So this is gonna be important because they suspect that they're gonna be involved with the murder because of the whole strike thing going on. And the, what was it, the boots in the dirt at the crime scene were worker boots. So staring at pallets leading up. Big man. Look at this hefty boy. Taxidermy fish that tells time. Glasses? Oh yeah. Mama. Wonder if that'll actually change anything. Let's see. Let me save my game. Alright, what's up, big man?
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
This fucking... Oh my god, this fucking portrait looks so goofy. There's a walrus of a man. Holy shit, look at this fucking guy. Damn. If he trips and falls, there's an earthquake coming. Holy God.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing.
Okay.
He simply stares at you.
Hello. Please fuck this combo up. Almost pissed myself. Oh God. What'd you do? Senator Armstrong has fallen far, damn. Ever since he got his ass beat from Raiden. He fell off. Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite to his desk.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
And it nods at you in the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
Okay.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
I don't think it's nothing.
He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
Excellent,
seat.
Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Gives you a sly wink. He's actually, oh yeah, it is what this guy is. I'm gonna remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
Ow.
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair
Oh my
in
God.
the world. It's violating your backside.
I almost died by sitting in a fucking chair.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
Jesus Christ.
This should take care of that nonsense.
So wait, reception. Points to a giant novelty check on his desk. Absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
So you're giving me money for him being a dickhead to me even though I trashed his entire bar? I don't like that. You're trying to bribe me.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
You trying to bribe me so I don't investigate into this murder? You take that comically large check and shove it up your ass. I mean, I'm gonna take it from him, but I'm still gonna bust this case. Yeah, take it, but don't say anything.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or...
No.
No? So you're just telling me to say no? Oh, I see. No, it's cool. You've got integrity.
Cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, sure, if that's what's cool nowadays.
Even he recognized it's comically oversized? I wonder, so if I fail that, then do I have to thank him?
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure
You know about that?
Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
How do you know about that?
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Jesus Christ.
When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, be very worried.
Yeah, I want to know how you know. How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right.
Do not trust that.
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
I don't like you. Free money.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Don't panic. Fuck. But taking the check lowers it. Didn't say thanks for it. The chair is killing you. Side effects spooks. Damn. So I should have stood. Standing, don't take the check. Ah, fuck it.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not about to cry.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Relax.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
What the fuck is going on with you, dude? Taps his finger, but no effect. You're in some stupor. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Okay. Nah, I'm good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Vaguely gesture with your hands above your head.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions.
All right.
Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions
Thank
will help
you.
you regain some of your lost dignity.
Call me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
Really my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
Yeah.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
My memory's fine. I'm just testing.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently, my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out with my big fat folder.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Lieutenant Specs ever over his spectacles.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
I do not like this guy.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Okay. Read shipping folders before. Ah, okay. I already have a pretty good chance of doing this, but I guess I'll ask some questions first. You know where I live?
But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
He doesn't really seem to know any more about it.
Do you know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids or...
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
I think I do. I'd be a wonderful father.
Well, yes. I'm sure you're going to make one little boy or a girl very happy and proud one day, Harry.
What kind of cop does it say I am?
Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
What? Not apologetic. Confident.
Well, you sure come off as very confident in all our interactions, Harry. You're a real man's man.
I'm gonna get your ass, just you wait. Where did you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
Motherfucker.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Everard's large hands are
Dude!
covering the folder, but the look on his face says, I know everything about you.
I'm getting so pissed. I'm getting so fucking mad. I'm so sick of this game. I'm getting so upset. Oh my... I did everything right and I still got punished for it. Come on. Dude, this is so shit. Got nothing to hide.
Oh, Harry. Oh, wow. This is really something.
This sucks, man. I spec my whole build into doing this and it just fucking... I even had the glasses for drama.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
So how about it, Harry? You need assistance, I presume?
Let's get this straight. What is my full name?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
I thought you were Harry Dubois.
No, I'm really not. You are Harry.
I don't really like it.
Don't be silly, Harry. Harry Dubois, that's a real man's name. A Union man's. Mr. Kitsuragi doesn't seem even slightly empathetic to your memory loss, Harry. I, however, wish to help you any way I can.
That fucking sucks so bad. Oh, that's so lame.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
Gainesful. I just wish it was more of a... If you have this amount of skill point, it kind of like Fallout New Vegas. If you have this amount of skill points, you get the check. I don't like leaving it up to RNG and then I miss out on dialogue because of it. I'd much prefer it if it's like, oh, you have 4 or 5 in this skill? Oh, then you get it. Even if I have to lose out on winning my 8 or 3% chances when I did. I just hate speccing into being smart and like a emotional talkative guy and then it doesn't work. But the thing I don't want with like physical stuff, somehow that's working out. That's just, it's not what I want. Gonna ask me how I got in?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age...
I too am surprised by the resilience and athleticism of this tool I've been provided with.
Yes, Harry. You are obviously in peak physical condition, and I salute both your initiative and your physical prowess. Very impressive, Harry. Very impressive. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
So...
Let's hear it, Harry.
Oh, it's not even like a white check either. I can't fucking level up my skill and go back. It's just gone. I think.
I find...
I'm afraid this is...
Yeah.
Of course, Harry,
It's just gone.
course.
It
Let's not linger on
sucks.
personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Hold on, could he really hold my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Does this mean if I do things for you, I'll get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Ah, damn it. I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help, like I'm helping you with your lost gun.
I can't wait to get back at this son of a bitch somehow.
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
Hey, user. What's up, man? Oh, user, what's up, man? How you doing? My boy is here, my homie. What's up, user? What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
Kim, is that true? Are we door opening machines?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
Right. Nothing shady about it. I don't believe you for a second.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
You know, I like the way you think, Drama, because I was thinking the same thing. You know, I was thinking, if we play along with them, get my gun back, then suddenly, oh, I have a gun. I could shoot you. Give me the information I want or die. You know? We could play into that. As long as I help him and get my gun back, I can make good on everything I did to help him out. You know? Helping him out is probably bad because he's a shitty man. But, you know, if I have my gun and I can suddenly, you know, give me my information, you know, give me that goddamn folder. I am a cop after all. Will the game let you do that? If I can't do that, the game is literally lying to me. It told me, win his trust, then should you wish bend his efforts towards your own. So, if I can't somehow fuck him over later, if I somehow can help him now but can't fuck him over later, then this is straight up just lying to me. So this makes me think, okay, in some way, I can get back at him later if I help him. Is what this is telling me. Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
Right.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes his glasses and rubs his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
Yeah, I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Well, I could help him and then get the information and fuck him over later. Or I could try to just not rely on this guy at all and solve it myself. I haven't even looked at the body yet. It's like, do I really want to help this guy? Not really. But helping him and then backstabbing him later, that would be just... that'd be even sweeter in that case. It would make it so much better. Damn it, fine, I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
Clicks his fingers.
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
We're going inside. Everett, I'm gonna leave now, but we might talk again
Wait.
later.
You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great. You wanna get stuck in here.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Got anything to add to this?
Yes?
No? Okay. Okay. So right now, this prick, this fat bastard sitting on his chair, he thinks, you know, oh, he's playing right into my hand. Perfect. This is going just as planned, but just you wait. Just you wait. We're gonna help this guy out, and we're gonna get back at him so hard. He won't even see it coming. Trust me on this.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
You do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
Maybe there's contraband in there.
There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
We already did that, so
No reply.
open it.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
What? Persuade the door to open? Come on!
Why are you trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
Lieutenant looks startled, using my body over my wits.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Damn it. How does that end up working? What? Is there someone in there? You know what? I'm gonna save my game and do something stupid. Let's see if this works.
And as it's always been,
Well, I'm loading my save because that didn't work. If it did, I probably would have kept going. Ain't no way I'm not. Get some strike, press button behind guard. Oh, hi. Who are you?
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant side
don't
agrees.
say anything. Size him up first.
Okay, say nothing, size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
Rippled muscle passes underneath the skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy?
You have succumbed to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if We're smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Kim, is it really so bad?
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk, and drowned.
So you're saying I stink because I got really drunk? You're right, I'm an alcoholic. Now I need you to cooperate with me.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it.
Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it in them.
Willingly calling yourself a ham sandwich, how far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
The situation is serious. Your people have probably killed a man.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
What?
Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
I'm not starting a fucking war.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. It would enrich you rhetorically.
That mean I have to become a Seminese supremacist?
Well,
Fuck.
not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
An advanced racist? What? Dude. Yo. Advanced racist is crazy. I'm gonna fail, but let's see.
Ask what kind of racists there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Dude, I'm gonna become an advanced racist. Measurehead, I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there.
Do you?
This is for the thing.
What thing? We already got in the harbor. You just want to hear about races, don't you?
You are obviously a liberal, Sailite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
Type A.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Mound on reprehensible street parades. In Mound cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Ranked racism beats casual racism. Yeah, I'm ranking up right now. Okay, got it. Who are type A? Type A then, in your view?
Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have type A race propensities.
Right.
The other large mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
He draws his finger across his face.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? And who are the Semini's and every page?
As proven by the Mound and the Mesk, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Semini's and the Areopagites are on the ascent.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. Jesus Christ, what's the difference between
The
blah blah blah?
Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Semini's are powerful.
Guys, I'm just gonna.
Mesomorphic. The latter,
Nature was not capable of more.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't care.
Chest et al. Are what you would call white officer in a suspect description.
Type B are on heroic races, blah blah blah. Kuchiko's a grad, what you would call white officer and that. You said Kuchiko's have been trained to identify them as white in official descriptions.
Yes. To an untrained eye,
White and pinkish, like ham sandwich, but look into the eyes and you'll see.
like a hands on the pinkness
Blah,
is
blah,
a racial
blah, blah,
quality
blah.
that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural decoyco.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
That's when girls tat and they like more findings.
They are microscope. Its leaders will be the Revachot.
Is it
I don't care.
82,000 years that we've been recording?
I've lost interest.
You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over.
Go away,
Like a
stupid
fever
political
dream,
thoughts.
The revolt. Enough of tips. CF are a museum.
Yeah, it's better not go into it.
Would be cruel. You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Do I want to do this? What is the point of all that? How do I word the
You
mystery?
need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly.
Okay, let's discuss something
I cannot
else.
possibly imagine what else we...
Give me the fuck away from this guy. Dude, I got so bored listening to that guy. Advanced race theory. What the fuck? Oh, damn, I never even had a chance. I just realized what this means now. All red checks are gonna fail from now on. Oh, because I'm researching this. Got it. Oh yeah, I forgot. I completely forgot to mention this earlier, but when I was talking with the dice lady, when I got like that 3% chance and won it, I got this, and I'm able to research this, which I don't really know what this does, but, you know, so I can research advanced race theory. I'm gonna keep researching this for now. I don't think I really want race theory. I'm gonna be honest. At first I was like, whoa, mega racist, but then he just kept talking and talking and talking, and I just did not care. So what's up with you, man?
Scab?
That's a man with jolly eyes tilting his head.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Oh. Gonna go see it. Alright, later, Neon. Hold on, where do they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
Good luck with the easy checks. Yeah. Don't worry, I'll be sure to win fucking 10 5% checks and then lose every single 80% check I have. I don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mask, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
Wow.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Herbert said you have a key to a door?
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you.
Taps the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I'm not really doing this for political reasons.
Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it, I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task, this weasel person, when he'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Man takes a big sip from his flask.
It means he's not going to tell you, cause he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard. Who he is, and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
Wait, so not wages or pensions or...
This stuff. They already covered.
You be grateful then? It's a lot more than what most people have.
Never grateful. Were we ever grateful, we'd have nothing. You fight for every piece.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad.
Oh.
But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
Say out loud if you're a communist. Are you a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
Cool. I don't have anything to add to that.
A none of the above kind of man. No harm in being that.
Bossman Everett, what can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
I don't trust that guy at all. What does the boss, what does Boston Union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties. Watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world,
Damn.
see? And in this world, The old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
That does seem lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Not you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door. This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
You spend a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure. I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
Maybe I am a boyadero?
No.
I could, but what if, baby, unless?
No. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could, effortlessly, go even wider, if need be. An endless torrent of time.
Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Harbors a primary suspicion. In your opinion, are the dock workers involved in the killing?
What a thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up. What does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
You kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
Let's talk. Gotta get moving. Alright. Thanks, man. You saved my game. Hey, what's up, man? What do you want to yap about?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates, his voice the loudest of the lot. Oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of a cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden. The tone of voice bland and uninspired. Almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
This is a strike.
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shits uncomfortably in his workers' overalls. What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting? What does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The cloak silences the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
Who are all these strikebreakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
Cam runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I gotta ask. Where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Curiosity. Gonna figure out the strike mess.
Big mess, caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
All right now, but I might have been there and don't really remember things well.
It was a long time ago. What's it to you? Big mess, caused by you. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Worked at... It was a long time ago.
What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
Are you unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Yeah. That giant up there on the bridge you talked to.
Yeah, that guy.
Head measurer. Won't let the workers by. The access panel is right behind him.
Where could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
Oh.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw. Perfect, lightly bearded square wedge. I'm just gonna leave now. RIH. Greater Virtual Industrial Harbor. Oh, they store fuel there now. They store booze. I don't want to try to get back to the body. Go and do that. Car kept in good condition. Oh, free money. Thanks.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
You say so. I guess I could come back here without him. A shitty tank top. Suggestion. I guess if it helps me and doesn't take anything away, then I'll take it.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
What is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
What did this king do?
What did he do?
Oh
you have
my...
no idea what
Dude!
you did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago?
How many times am I gonna fail these checks?
High above you, the king stands.
Oh my god, this sucks. That's my best stat too. That is actually my best stat that I have. And it failed. I'm starting to get really sick of that. I'm actually getting annoyed. I'm getting tired of my skill checks that I have failing. The ones that I have high fucking stats in. Oh, but the ones I don't have high stats in, oh no, I always get those. What the fuck, man? Hey. Oh, I'm back here. With this guy.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Damn. All right. Have I talked with you yet? I don't think I have.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
Sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
No questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Connor told me you may have ammonia. Can I have some?
Sure. I'm done with it.
Oh. Cool, thanks.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
Doesn't understand.
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
This street sign says fuck the police.
Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
What about the other sign? Pigs go home? What are these pigs?
I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
Pig is a widely used term
yes,
for
I know.
members of the police. It's not loving.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't. Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Thank you. Kind of you. Gets me interfacing. Okay, cool. Thanks. You look like a fucking goon, dude. Wait, I can talk about this?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
How am I looking at this?
Cop habit. You look at everything. This isn't case related, you think.
What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your
See if I fail a
relentless
check
error.
again.
The tire tracks were left
Thank
here
God.
by an
Whoa.
unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message written in the language of burnt rubber.
Cool. Start, crash, reverse, turn.
Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there and then accelerated straight into the fence.
What happened next?
The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building, before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
Car drove through the fence?
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage friendly city.
Somehow that makes you feel scared. You don't know why.
I need to move my... Yeah. Just connected to the case?
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went, if you find the time.
I think I got it. Oh, I see. Now you've got my curiosity peaked.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Okay. So my forces crack the pavement like an eggshell. Ancient fountain doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. How far down can I go? Holy shit. Oh, okay, there's a lot of stuff down here. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Sewer gate. It would deliver filth. Yeah, you know what? No, let's go back to the body first. Wait, hey. Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza? The damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Okay, now I should be able to investigate the body.
There he still is, looking right through you.
Damn.
With his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Even with ammonia, it's still legendary. Holy shit. I don't know. I think I'll come back to this later. Because that research bonus says that if all my red checks will fail, so no matter what, I'm not winning that. Over here.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Save the economy? What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
Doesn't make any sense. Why exactly does the economy need saving?
Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting there, not getting bought? We've got to keep the flow of goods moving. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children?
But I don't have children, I think.
Too bad, officer. Kids make it all worthwhile. Without kids, who's going to be around to enjoy the economy? Don't let me stop you. Open the box and browse a little.
Sure.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Find something worth salvaging from that pile of rags?
Something cold grazes your hand.
Oh.
Synthetic and sleek.
Windbreaker.
A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
It gives me composure, but mine is shivers. I'm gonna leave for now. I don't really think I need.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
He gives you a thumbs up. What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
I'm cool?
You're very cool.
Aww.
Bang, 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 bang.
Really? You think I'm cool?
Oh, yes. You got style. You got personal style. You know what you like.
Yeah, I got my personal style with this coat, shitty white tank top, and my fucking gardener gloves.
You like premium menswear. Look around and browse. Everything looks cool on a guy like you. Take your time.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Persuade him to give you some money? I will try that in a bit. What kind of stuff are you selling here?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Where'd you get those comfy pants?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
You have a permit to sell all that?
Good joke, officer. There we don't have permits. Just economic freedom. Take a look around.
Takes a deep breath.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
Is it true? He doesn't need a permit to sell?
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever they feel like it.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
Wait, but what are we doing here if there are no permits? Look at Kim and the police insignia on his sleeve.
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to protect the interests of property holders. I am not, however.
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business. You're part of the gossamer state.
Gossamer is a fine, filmy substance consisting of cobwebs spun by small spiders, seen especially in autumn. It's safe to say he's referring to the near absence of regulations.
And I'm protecting a state of lawlessness. I'm not an officer of law, I'm an officer of common anarchy.
Yeah, that's the main thing about you. Freedom is great. It's what lets independent entrepreneurs like me sell quality goods at competitive prices.
Is there a discount for cool officers like me?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale.
Of course.
Anything you want, 50% off.
But did he first mark them up 100%, just so that he could put them on sale?
Yeah. Are those things really on sale, or did you just jack up the price first?
My man, you know how the game is played. You and me, we should work together. What do you think? Shake things up?
He winks.
Anything for you.
Where are you from?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
You're from the Apricot Suzerainty, right?
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Oh, sorry, I meant to say that you're from, pronounce it very painstakingly, Sea Guy.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. But the apricot suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
Oh, welcome. I do try to be supportive of other people's and cultures.
That's so cool, officer. Speaking of, why not support an independent local entrepreneur by buying some pens and glasses?
I'm gonna try to persuade him to give me some money. Come on.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
Think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
I'm a policeman. It's an investment in good relations with the RCM.
I hear you, officer. What kind of a sum are we talking about here?
10 real.
Sounds like a fair deal all around.
Takes a 10 note from a leather pouch.
Corruption. It's just like bus or seagull. A kid watching out of a window describing things going by. He doesn't like it too much, but what do you do?
Oh, boo-hoo.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
This is because I keep saying none of the above to political stuff, isn't it?
It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin, but something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
First, where is this Kingdom of Conscience?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
How do you bring about those circumstances?
Incrementally. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually. Increment by increment.
So slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. But what about all the things that are wrong now?
Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working. What rationality? What sang-froid?
Wait, is the Kingdom of Conscience really about doing things, or just preserving the status quo?
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
Yes.
There you have it. Sometimes holding the line is progress.
Okay, but what's the Kingdom of Conscience actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe. Partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Post-sexual? Fuck, it sounds incredible. Let's go there right now.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Oh, right. And let's get there eventually.
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Right. Okay, that's a new thought. -2 half-light, calm water. Heartache is powerful, but democracy is subtle. Incrementally, you begin to notice a change in the weather. When it snows, the flakes are softer when they stick to your worry-worn forehead. When it rains, the rain is warmer. Democracy is coming to the administrative region. Ideals of Delorean humanism are restraining themselves. How can they not? These are the ideals of Coalition and the Moralist International. Those guys are signal blue. They're not only good, they're also powerful. What will it be like once their nuanced plans have been realized? So what does this give me? Once I'm done with it, is what I'm wondering. This one's almost done, so I guess I'll find out.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box, a variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Rummage through the box.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic, the kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
Damn.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
What shades you recommend?
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose.
Damn, officer!
Whoops.
You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
You're right. I'm too sensible for this.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
Well, I'm gonna try searching through the box again.
No luck.
Damn it.
All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6 real.
Yeah, are firefights something we should be prepared for?
I hope not.
He says, looking up from his browsing.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some real shades.
I mean, it gives me perception, which is nice. Sure, give it to me.
And practical, officer.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah. Hell yeah, let's go. I'm looking clean. Jesus Christ. Well, thanks for the hat. I'll be going now. Man, I still can't investigate the body, which sucks, even with ammonia. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. Slush and rain has almost washed them off. Leading up to the roof? Also, who are you guys? Hold on, let me go over here first. There's the trash. Oh, sweet. Shitty gloves. Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster times. Sure. What's this stuff? Kind of machine. Antique cash register? In the dark, a film projector is whirring away. A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says D-E-Y, or D-E-I.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
Pick up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table. Come on.
Why?
Yes.
What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
What is this? Show it to the shopkeeper.
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
He points at a decapitated figurine.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
I'll take it.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Yay.
That was a very smooth salesman's grin that almost comes off as earnest.
Almost.
You should learn from him.
Sweet. I got a little figure to win her back. Whoever her is. Mostly military wear. A few more centric fashions thrown in. Wait a minute.
Wow. A very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hjelmdal burning. The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
Sip the t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
Yeah. What's the deal with the man on the t-shirt?
It's the man from Hjelmdal.
Walking away from his burning village. Yes.
Their matter-of-fact tone belies their surprise at the fact that you didn't recognize the figure in the print.
Remind me, who's the man from Hjelmdal again?
The man from Hjelmdal. In fact,
Whoops. God damn it.
Most people don't think that man from Hjelmdal ever really existed. But they are wrong.
Man from Hjelmdal is the hero of a series of popular books based on fictional version of Katla, mostly what is nowadays Arda NFD.
Hjelmdal isn't a real place.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. But both the man and Hjelmdal are an ontological necessity. But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about.
Wow. What?
Wow, what an amazing thing to get for rhetoric. Wow. What? What do you mean the man from Hjelmdal was real?
I mean, even if the man from Hjelmdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
He sounds incredulous.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting.
Huh.
Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say.
You selling this t-shirt for?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
You just give it to me for free then?
But why?
Because I'm a broke cop without a cent to my name.
I sympathize, I do. But this is a for-profit enterprise.
Damn. It gives you 1 physical, 1 shiver, but -2 authority. Yeah, I'm good.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Let your gaze run over the streetlight.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Is that a streetlight?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans in so the pawnbroker doesn't hear him.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Much for the streetlight?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
Jesus Christ. Out of your mind? There's one just like that on every corner.
The light has undergone 3 transformations, and every transformation, large or small, has a price tag.
His elbow on the counter and brings his face closer to the glass. What do you mean transformations?
Well, There are the cost of removal and rewiring.
Throws you a look of weary patience.
The most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
Okay, that checks out.
You can actually buy the streetlight for 700 real. Holy fuck. Yeah, no, I'm good.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well loved and well traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
And your tiptoes to see more.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Gotta keep the Stereo 8 approved machine here.
It's the Harman Welsh W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Really want to know is could this device come handy in my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
Could come in useful. You sure it's all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech. Found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
That's all.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
I'll have to come back to that later if I find a tape.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Now that RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
Breakthrough imminent. Oh, for this? Breakthrough imminent? Do I gotta, like, get out of this conversation for it to work first?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
Attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the wall. Electrochemistry challenging. Is Roy high? And if yes, then what is he on? Okay, hold on. What is this?
World. How not to lose. It is impossible not to. The world is balanced on the edge of a knife. It's a game of frayed nerves. You're pushed on by numbers and punitive measures. Pain, rejection, and unpaid bills. You can either play, or you can crawl under a boat and waste away. Turn into salt, or a flock of seagulls. Your enemies would love that. Or you can fight. The only way to load the dice is to keep on fighting.
Damn. Enemies would love that, or you can fight. Holy shit. Critical success and failure thresholds lowered by 1. Oh, cool. Dude, that's awesome for me because I constantly win those, so being able to win those even more? Sweet. Oh, problem and then solution. Oh, I see. Oh, so you're giving yourself a problem and you're solving it in your own head. That gives you a bonus. I see. So it's gonna give you minus 2 half-life, minus 1 trauma. I'll start internalizing Kingdom of Conscience. Interesting. Okay, that's cool.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Alright. Is he high? If yes, then what is he on? Please work.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on parole.
Lucky bastard.
It's tough to come by on the street.
Viral load? Yeah. I kind of talked when he said that. What is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness.
Wow.
It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Sir, could you take off your glasses? I like to check your eyes.
Why on earth? These are prescription. I can't really see without them.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
Say, what's with the triangles on your vest?
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster. Had to take Perolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
The People's Pile? What's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance.
Immediately? What's a particle decay generator?
A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile.
Oh, okay. Why is it called the People's Pile?
Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West.
Huh.
Needless to say, things didn't work out.
Right. Why did it fail?
An emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade report.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized, tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
Must have been tough radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile.
Yeesh.
So much disappointment. And early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How'd you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
He shrugs. Thanks you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Damn.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
You sure pep with me?
Have you tried it before?
It's almost like he's worried for you. The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care. He won't be your knock, but he won't be thrilled about this either.
I have it, but don't worry, I can take it.
If you say so. Here you go, man.
So, if I take it, does it mean I'm actually going to ingest it? Or am I just gonna have it?
Of course.
Oh, okay. I got a skill point for that. Something like
Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Oh, okay. I can sell the stuff. Oh, okay.
Another time, perhaps.
Maybe able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
Well, that's all I've got.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
By the way, do you happen to have any guns like the ones carried by officers of the Citizens Militia?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. What? I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
I fucking pawned my gun off. Are you... Why did I pawn my gun? For booze. Who am I kidding? For booze or drugs?
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God.
Oh no. Man. At least we know a woman has it.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
Oh my God. Wait, I sold you my gun.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Oh my fucking God, I hate past me.
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
I feel like there's something you're not telling me.
You weren't quiet yourself, officer.
What was I like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight.
Holy shit.
And that you need the money. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it.
Man.
Very normal behavior. You must have been in great shape.
Wait, how much did I sell the gun for?
15 real.
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. It's clear that he hopes this tableau might still turn out to be a bad dream. It's not, though.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
This has got to be the most. Wow. There's pity there, too. In case you didn't notice.
Oh my God. Maybe I should... Holy shit, maybe I should have killed myself. Maybe I still will one of these days. Holy fuck. I'm so sorry you had to see me in that state. We don't have to talk about it any further.
No apologies necessary, officer.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig. Which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive. But I was just happy to get rid of it.
So a woman that calls herself a pig.
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
And she's terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Dude, yeah.
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the Citizens Militia?
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
Fuck.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everett wasn't lying and the Union can track her down in time.
People from Everett Clare's Union come here to track down that gun?
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
Yeah, but is he just gonna give it to me super easily if he gets it first? Fuck no, he isn't. So I'm assuming if I can't find that gun before he does, then I'm gonna have to help him even more just to get it back. Unless I can find this woman before he does. All I know is it's a woman that calls herself a pig that is terrifying. Yes, I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Well, at least we know how we lost our gun and we have some kind of identification as to who has it. Yeah, I still can't investigate the body. What is the race enigma? Oh, man. That's a quest. Hey, what's up, man?
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife.
Salami?
His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
First things first, what are you doing here, man, on the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating his salami.
Barry the Butcher? Butcher?
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Honestly, I'd feel the same way.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
Make me hungry. Man on the waterlock picks the skin off the salami and takes a sizable bite. You know what caused this wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign.
The car.
Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
The words daredevil driver sound ominous to you.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
You know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church.
Bizarro
Not
church.
much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
He thinks for a moment.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Can I have some of that salami?
Sure thing.
Oh, thanks, man.
It is salty. It is savory. It is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty.
Oh.
Want some too, officer?
He turns to the lieutenant.
Why not?
Lieutenant ponders the offer for a moment, then decides to go for it. Takes out salami from the man and chews it. Oh, let's go. Alright, bye, man.
A couple of indicator lights are missing
What a chill
from this
guy.
control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Do it anyway.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Push it harder.
Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation.
Lieutenant hums to himself while staring at your activities.
A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Wednesday morning. Gotcha. Trying to think of what else I haven't explored yet. I can't really investigate the body. Have I gone over here? Like more to the left? I haven't. I know north. Outside apartments. Ernie's Pier. Ad reads broken window. Tip says windows.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Poor little viewer had it.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Vandalism.
Probably some kid.
Lieutenant inspects the rig
A
slot.
simple but clever solution to ruining a coin-operated viewer. It took ingenuity. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards. That's Kuno on the lens.
Fucking Kuno. Shift your focus to the back.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts. Lanky, weather-worn wooden planks an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericarnassian church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows.
It'd say it was a bizarro church that always has something wrong with it.
Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
Interesting. Got a bag in your hand, press, collect these bottles and sell them. Who's talking to me about a bag?
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
What's a tourist attraction doing here?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick.
What happened?
They got as far as the street lamps and that statue on the intersection before something went sour. I suspect it was Evrascler's doing. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Of course. Can't we do something about it?
We should have done something about the Union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk. The ring of metal.
Goop. Hey, pigeon. Have you left and then suddenly came back again? Pull the handle and look inside.
The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry. Different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost.
The knob to focus your vision.
The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it. Its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
Hang in there, little one.
The little brave birch tree seems to wave back in the wind.
There are ruins of some kind of building there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
Sam takes off his glasses and cleans them. Alright. What's up here? A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. What's this?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Sepulization. It's a damn near impossible thing, but I have to try and do it.
Just an ordinary wall.
Why am I looking at this wall?
You have no clue. It's just a wall.
Damn it.
So many walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
Why am I looking at this wall? I want to know. Well, I'm going to save my game real quick and see if this will work.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Why?
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to.
Alright, fine. I'll load my game. Damn it. Oh, hey, it's this shithead. Hey, what's up, you little fucker?
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Apparently, she doesn't like people standing behind her back.
Yeah, no shit.
Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever. Trying to sneak up on...
Okay, that's all you... Okay, well, you are fucking useless. Garden hose. This won't be of use until the snow melts. Here's the tables. You can my rain and rot. Orange bum hat. Sure. What's in here?
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Oh. So you're against
the
the door.
leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Probably not.
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in?
Lieutenant, what's the opinion of your task we're undertaking?
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself. Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about.
Really? So you don't mind if I unlock the door?
I mind that the local thug is using the RCM for his busy work. But if this gets us to the bottom of this hanging, then I'm willing to look over it.
Okay.
On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Evrard we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it.
Lie to Evrard. That's also an option.
Yes. Presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make the call.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with this.
What are the consequences of doing so?
Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's behind the door.
That's exactly my thought, yeah. Just leave and lie to him. Say, yeah, no, totally, I unlocked the door. No one's watching me. I did it. But I have a funny feeling that's gonna come to bite me in the ass later. Considering the fact that this day is probably about to end, if I go and lie to him, I'm probably not gonna have enough time in the day left to talk to, because what I'm assuming is day 2, maybe he finds my gun. If I don't unlock this door, he's gonna realize it. Then he has my fucking gun. And I can't get it back because he's pissed off at me for not helping him unlock the door. So I'm screwed. And I'm most likely not gonna get my gun back for not helping him. So I think if we go and lie to him, yeah, yeah, sure. We'll get information about the hanging. We'll probably get all that info on, about him. Or from him. But by fucking him over, it's gonna fuck me over, like, for the gun part. And I'm probably not gonna be able to get my gun back. But I don't know why he wants this door unlocked. I don't know why. He said it's for a weasel. He's gonna kill someone else too? So it's like, I don't really know why he wants me to unlock this door. But for now, let's open this shit.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver.
I'm going in.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Tap on the mug.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures.
What do I mean uncomfortable?
The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much.
Typical asshole.
This person is unhappy.
Unhappy racist.
The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yeah, same, man. Smell of disinfectant in the room smells like chemicals. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fancy heroes with big muscles. Oh, an actual nice, like, shirt. Oh, nice. Wow. Actually looks decent. Logic, go with numbers. Cool. The hidden world of walking sticks lies open. Almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
What's that?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Lieutenant, the old flag of the suzerain.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
Maybe a bit too old-fashioned.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing.
Let's not bow to the
flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
Thank you. Small suitcase full of clothes because they're staying over. Huh. Have anything to add to this? No. Well, I did it. The dude is a racist. That's about all I gathered from that. Now I can go back and tell him that I did it. Also kind of want to try leveling up my, what was it? Endurance? Or was it endurance? Level up whatever stat it is that I need to inspect the body. Locked? Good thing I have a pry bar. Gimme.
Hey, up here, piggo.
The fuck you? Who you calling a piggo? Suggestion, but not much half-light. Oh. This one only gives me bonuses though, so I'll keep that one on.
Yeah, you better keep walking.
Shut the fuck up. Keep side apartments. Blah blah blah. Inside the frame of a motorcycle in repair and the tools used to assemble it. Girl up there. Did she spill the paint? Hey, are you the one that took my gun? Oh, can I talk to you from down here? Fuck you want?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Let's start with your blood type and go from there.
Go where? Accosting a minor?
Listen to your partner, pig man. Keep your grubby hooves off little old ladies.
Quite the attitude. She puts the brush aside. Keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
What? That was not the right thing. She nods disdainfully toward the woman performing maintenance on the boat dock next to the pier.
Hatred? Disgust? It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Revachol. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
So a rich person. Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her.
Oh.
She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Get a bit wacky? I can certainly do that.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to Ozon.
What are you doing to that wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit.
Right.
I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
He studies the wall, suddenly pensive. Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know, summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
So you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffiti-o? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
She wants it to be something true and total.
I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
She means the opposite. You've lessened her desire to deface the building.
Nice. You know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein.
Ugh.
Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Alright, later, loser.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Guess I'll go talk with her. He said to be wacky and weird, you are going to regret those words. There's more construction here once decades ago. You're gonna regret telling me to get wacky and say whatever I want. I'll tell you this right now. You see me wearing this frog cap, I am unstoppable. Essence of that. Here, I'm gonna make a little save. Here we go. Hi.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good evening, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Joyce L? What does the L stand for?
Peyton, my maiden name.
Her bony hand dangles from the sleeve of her oversized raincoat. Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Grip is tight.
Like steel. There is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
Damn.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will. Gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. This is a tactic.
He did say he wanted me to be weird.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the dock at her feet. Green and white sails float overhead. You have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act, a law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
Damn. She have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
Boring.
The word it feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a proper name.
Cool, but your boat really needs a name.
Okay. How about Cordelati 19? Why?
Taps outside the boat. It makes a hollow sound.
Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cordelati, and its hull is 19 paces long.
How about Dolores?
Why Dolores?
I just like the name for some reason.
Well, it means nothing to me. I think I'll stick with the factory name. But thank you for the suggestion.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft. A 19-pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days, I mainly use it for business.
How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
A lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Caillou? I thought we were in Revachol.
We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou.
Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Why?
Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down.
Actually, yes, I need to nail her for this.
Charge. You've got the guns and the ammo.
Okay, let's talk about the economics of this boat you're on. Going for the kill.
Oh my. The E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
Precisamundo. Class wartime, baby.
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier is a professional negotiator.
Doesn't look like he thinks you'll best her in single combat.
Then what does that say? Does it say docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A? 33A? This old proletarian haunt here. As I said, plenty of people drive boats, of all social strata.
Fire back quick. Reaction speed, 42%. Come on! Oh. Of course,
She takes a sip.
It's gonna happen.
Okay.
Something is about to happen. Point in your head in here.
Of course.
Nothing happens for quite a while.
Wave your hand next to your head, it will help.
It doesn't.
Keep waving your hand slowly.
My. It's as if there's a tiny spinner on the side of his head and he's reeling thoughts out.
Except he isn't.
The lieutenant is satisfied with where this is going.
Okay. A thought is gonna come out of my head and into my mouth, and I will say it.
Of course.
Keep doing it.
Lieutenant, I truly don't understand what is happening here.
I told you his methods are unconventional.
I swear to God, I'm usually sharp. I don't know what happened. Why am I not killing it?
Your marbles on glass, dear. Don't worry.
What were we talking about anyway?
It was quite a while ago, but I think, yes, we were discussing my fast, large, ineluctably middle-class boat. Oh my.
Can I try this
The
again?
E word.
Detective, may I...
Then what does 33A? Yes.
Ah.
Anyway, good.
Oh man. Probably heal up a bit. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
Represent. So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
What are the other Indo-tribes?
Saint-Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
Why are you pointing a gun at me? You need something? What do you want from me? You're in good company, it seems.
Why, thank you.
She's not registered the real meaning of the remark. How much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
Wow.
20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, interest payments.
Away hits a sloop, she grasps the mainstay for
A
balance.
conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It's a tremendous responsibility.
Where does Wild Pines get all those billions?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the Great Unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
Why is such a huge system want with a place like this?
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
You don't keep it moving, the workers do. The company's nothing without them.
We built this district.
She says calmly.
We. There it is. She owns up to it.
Aha.
All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, with its bastions. The plazas Meteor and Mosaic. Even some of the old street lamps have been put back thanks to the investments from the WP.
Points behind you where the seawall rises.
Before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol, long before Terminal B was erected here, the Pines built it as a resort for its Revacholian employees. A company getaway, for a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution. But that's another matter. I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibilities to the place they built.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
What can you tell me about the strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
An octopus? I will slay it.
Good luck is only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own.
What the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority from the coalition government.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
Leave it alone.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What's your role in this, precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Oh no, I can... You mean Jean-Luc, my race mentor. He's a great teacher, a man of virtue.
Oh, so you've met him. Has he beguiled you with his inane theories?
My colleague has his peculiarities. Let's not go into this particular one just yet.
Of course. To each their own.
How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
He looks at his notes.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike?
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both
Jesus.
times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Keep getting worse and worse with their strikes, huh?
Ludicrous, even. It's meant.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
I don't know what to think about that.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
Huh.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
The king is dead. Long live the workers.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
What are we going to do? Or what are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it?
She pauses to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Not cool.
Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
Scabs at the gate. Did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrog, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
That's what I figured. Interesting. Yeah, because that's kind of the thought I had. That they were organized by them themselves. That's why that guy kind of felt off. Why I had those thoughts of everything he says feels like he's reading off of a script. And why his clothes kind of don't fit him and all of that. Because they were hired by them to form the strike. That's why everything about that guy who's the leader felt a little bit off. Because they're orchestrating it. What do you think of Everett?
Everett Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everett is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
That's Everett, all right.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
I remember hearing something about this Edgar.
Have you seen him?
No.
Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everett does.
Ugh.
And when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the Union itself outside the Brothers Clare?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can organize labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right expression.
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we are forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everett and his brother.
He turns to you.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
I think I'll just stay out of this.
Of course, officer.
One more thing. You said something happened in the elections?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Basically, I'm just here to solve the murder. I'm not trying to, like, pick sides. I'm not here to fucking talk politics. I'm just here to solve a murder and go home and eat my food.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Jesus.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help?
By the way, I've talked to Ever Claire.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
Ooh. I didn't.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually...
She answers her own question.
Corruption. That's
Yeah.
how he's done it. Fantastic, worm-like corruption, reaching into the bowels of the earth.
She looks at the ground and nods.
The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick sides.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt worm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Back off, lady. The only person I truly trust is this man behind me.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
I mean, sure, but can I trust her?
Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
Mr. Ever is telling me find my gun. Do I really want to tell her that? I don't think I do. I really don't think I want to tell her about the fact that he's helping me find my gun. I don't think that's a good idea. Let's talk about something else for now, if you don't mind.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls silent for a moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Fuck! Oh, man.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois. I'm afraid Harry doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
Yeah, I don't have my badge.
Oh, and what happened to yours, Detective?
Returns the lieutenant's badge and turns.
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Remember my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It's possible. After a night of heavy drinking, I lost all memory of my life and the world.
Oh dear. I suppose this does explain some of the more curious turns in our conversation.
She must have been suspecting something for a while now.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Damn it.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
What kind of arrangement would it be?
I mean, favors for favors. A dirty alliance of some sort.
Okay.
Consider this. Perhaps she has been planning it all along. That you convince yourself into colluding with her.
How do I negotiate my way out of this?
Easy. Just offer her a favor. Like I said, nice and dirty.
There's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
What? What do you want, Pigeon? What do you want?
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade.
Oh.
This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason. The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Maybe. Money, Gib? Fuck you. Get your own money. Are you trying to mug me on my own stream? Get your ass out of here. The fuck? No, you don't get to have money.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment, madam.
Hey.
Who? Me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before.
What?
They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
Love has worked out really well for me. I'm a love winner.
Good. We need tender men like you building gargantuan communism. Word on the street is it's going to be 10,000 times larger than any communism previously attempted by human beings. Is that right?
How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket.
What?
Literally murder all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
I haven't said anything like that.
Okay, not in so many words, but don't deny it. You're about to rip off that mask of social democracy and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that will devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Wait, first, what's this communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
Failure?
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world.
Okay.
You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist.
The last communist, bro. The Last of Us? Fuck that. Give me the last communist.
Now get to work, comrade.
Roll up your sleeves and start building communism.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Roll your sleeves up further and breathe in the pristine air. What the fuck?
Kingdom of Conscience.
Sure.
The Kingdom of Conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The toy must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Centrism isn't change, not even incremental change. It is control over yourself and the world. Exercise it. Look up at the sky, at the dark shapes of the coalition airships hanging there. Ask yourself, is there something sinister in moralism? And then answer, no. God is in his heaven. Everything is normal on earth.
Moralist dialogue options, heal 1 morale. Learning cap for volition raised to 5. Learning cap for logic raised to 5. Right. I see. Oh, it gets her -2 visual calculus? Uh-huh. You know what? Communism. Shit. Fuck it. Why not? Hey, what's up, man?
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchmen.
Oh, so we're henchmen now.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
Well, I don't know what you want from me because I lost the 1 check about the boat and that fucked everything up. So I kind of have to do this now because I lost that goddamn check. Even though I'm pretty sure it was like a fucking 70% chance or something. So, I almost had her, but then, the game fucked me. And now I'm stuck doing this.
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
What do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
We could just, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large, and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take months.
Company must have more ears on the ground. She could have known about my condition.
I wouldn't go that far. Her reaction did come off as sincere to me. I think she's just quick to adapt. She's a professional, after all.
Proposals like Barber Design. This is
yes. Knowing this does not really change our position, however.
According to this situation, I'll handle it.
I'm sure you will, Detective.
If only that 1 check about the boat didn't fail, I probably could have really fucked with her and gotten away with this. But no, it had to fail. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in all your life.